How's it going, everyone? Just a quick review of the WL Mouse Beast X. I've been using this for a couple days now, and it's genuinely been great so far. Now, in terms of shape, I would say this is most close to the Starlight 12 Medium. If you've ever tried a Starlight 12 Medium or a small, you'll know exactly how this feels. It's literally identical. Now, me personally, I had a Starlight 12S. They feel nearly identical. This just feels like a slightly larger version. I don't feel like I have to try to claw grip as much. Now, I do have an aim sleeve on right now just because I'm using a sky pad, and my hands tend to, like, they don't sweat, but it feels almost like humid. It's just like my hand kind of gets stuck to the pad a little bit. So I use a Pulsar sleeve. Right now I'm using the Pulsar ES. Now this is a Magnesium mouse that is 41 grams. It feels really good in the hand, nice and cold. I only have this mouse at the moment. I sold my Starlight 12 small. I had the Phantom, but I did enjoy that mouse. It was just way too cramped for me. Now my other mouse that I have is the Dareyu A950 Pro Magnesium, and it's really comfortable. It's basically a GPX, a slightly smaller GPX. So it's a really comfortable mouse in the hand. This one is $200, but I will put a link in the description. You can, I don't know if it's still there, but if it is, I will put it in the description. I basically got it for $98, and at that price I had to grab one. I just put some ESP Tiger Ice V2s on here, and it's nice and smooth. Now you can tell already, they're kind of similar when it comes to length. I'll put them together right there. This one is a little bit wider, and in terms of length they're about the same. But this one being tall, it kind of gives you that raised and really comfortable feel, where you feel like you have like a lot of control. Obviously this one I would say is even more controlled, specifically because you're so planted. It's a very low shape. If you've tried the Starlight series, they're very low mice, so you're kind of planted on the pad at all times, no matter what surface you're using, if it's glass or if you're using a cloth pad. But overall, the design is insane. I've never seen a company make these type of designs, and for that reason alone I had to grab it, especially with the 39 to 41 gram weight, depending on the configuration you're using. I'm currently using their PTFE skates. I was going to use glass, but obviously I'm using a sky pad, and the glass on glass is not recommended. I keep my Viper V2 over here just because that has super glides. It's doable, but you'll wear down the coating because glass on glass. So you're better off using PTFE or dots if you have dots. Or I believe Skypad just launched their own skates, which are meant for glass pads in general. Now in terms of clicks, they're Omron opticals. They're very lightweight and they're very crisp. Here's a sound test for you guys. I'll showcase some gameplay to you guys using the Fengling by ESP Tiger paired with the WL Mouse Beast X.
Sir, where are you going? Oh man. I'm trying to get a nasty nuke, bro. Oh. Oh my god, dude, 185 kills with an MGB. That's pretty crazy.
This mouse comes in at $150 for this particular version and $140 if you get the standard color variants. This is a limited edition, so it's a little bit more pricey, but I think we can all say that this design is crazy, and I would gladly spend $10 more to get this kind of design where it's all painted blue on black with a little phoenix on the side versus just a straight black or a straight silver. Although I do really like the purple, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of torn between getting this one, the purple, and the silver, but this design, as soon as I saw it, it spoke to me. I think a lot of people were the same. A lot of the people that have gotten this mouse so far, I think, have prioritized getting this design or the gold. But overall, it's a really comfortable mouse, and I think you'll really enjoy it. If you have smaller to medium-sized hands, it's a no-brainer. And I mean, look at this. This is so cool. You can put whatever GIF you want. I put 02 on here. And you have all these different color combinations as well for the Rubik's Cube receiver. Right now I have it on like a spectrum of colors, which is the first option in the software. It came with the latest firmware, so I didn't need to do any updates, but I'll still put the link in the description for the firmware. But overall, it's a really solid mouse. For $150, you consider it's competing with the Viper Mini Signature Edition, which costs $120 more and comes in limited batches. And this one is a little bit longer of a shape. Now this is a Viper Mini clone. This is a Ponage Ultra Custom Sim 2. Shapes are quite similar, but in terms of length, this slopes off on the left and right mouse button. The difference I would say with this shape versus this shape is the Viper Mini has a little hump on the back that kind of gives you a lot of support, where this one really doesn't have much of a hump at all. It really just slopes down. So you're planted at all times. Now, if you're someone who likes that and you aim really well with that, then that'll be great for you. I personally prefer either an elevated feel or something like this, like Pulsar X2 V2 for instance has that nice support up there. So I really enjoy those mice that really give you a lot of support. Or the Dareyu A950 Pro Magnesium, you can see it's kind of like a GPX in terms of shape. So you always have that support and you're elevated at all times when you're using the mouse. Your palm, it kind of rests up here. And the only part that's really touching the mouse pad is the very base of your palm. Whereas here, pretty much your entire palm is on the pad. But overall, I would definitely recommend this shape. It's definitely something you want to try. And if you're into the Starlight shape, then this is perfect for you. I like the shape a lot. I would say I slightly prefer this mouse in terms of shape, but for me personally, I have very large hands, as you can kind of see. So personally, I would really like to see them drop a 126mm length mouse. This one is 122mm. I would love to see maybe like a 44 or 45 gram mouse that is 126mm. I think that would be perfect for my hand size, because I'm not too bothered by the shape sloping down so aggressively. It's more so the length, because as you can see, even if I wanted to relax claw, this would be more of a relaxed claw. My fingers still border the edge, so I'd probably need another 3mm. But when I do a slightly aggressive claw, it's perfect for me. This has been my main. This is more of a relaxed claw, just because it has that elevated support. But I want to be locked in with this mouse, so overall it's really good. It's a really solid shape. I've had no issues with flex or anything like that. You really have to squeeze this thing to levels that you never would, just to get even a little bit of flex. The bottom flex is just a little bit, as you can kind of see, but it's very, very minimal. In terms of pre and post travel, you can see there's barely any pre-travel before it actuates, and just a hair of post travel. Same thing with the right click, barely any pre-travel, and then just a little bit of post travel, but again, not noticeable at all when you're playing. But overall, yeah, it feels really good. This is a plastic scroll wheel to clear it up. I know a lot of people have been asking and wondering whether or not this is magnesium or plastic on the limited editions, just because it's color coded. It is high quality plastic. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Beast X, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.